In this video, guys, we are going to look at money management trading quotes. Stay tuned for this one. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. Okay, so I've got for you 5 money management trading quotes from some of the great traders, investors, hedge fund managers out there. There are a plethora of quotes, but I've picked what I think are 5 really important quotes. They're important to me because I recognize the mistakes that I've made, then to kind of flip these quotes on the other side of them, and I'll talk about those in a second. But I also think that they're so basic and fundamental that sometimes you have to drag yourself back and say, you know what, if these quotes, if these things, if these themes are being said by guys who are operating at billionaire status, then maybe we need to take stock of what they're saying and use it in our own trading, whatever level you may be at. All right, so let's get going. Number 1, it's not whether you're right or wrong that's important, it's how much money you make. And he also adds on this, how much money you make when you're right and how much you lose when you're wrong. So the net of how much money you make. And that was George Soros. Now, some people love him, some people hate him. Forget about that for a moment. He's made a lot of money in the market, specifically that famous Bank of England sterling trade that we all know and we talked about before on this channel. Anyway, the point is, it's so true, isn't it? You know yourself, I know myself, I've done this. You have a great trade, great trade, great trade. If you lose 80% of what you've made the past month on one trade, the numbers, statistics are irrelevant. It's about how much you're making on each trade and how much you're losing, which is why, if we go back to that Bank of England trade, the sterling trade, he went aggressive. And one of the things he said to many of the people he's mentoring was, hey, when you're right, you've got to go for the juggler. You've got to push all the chips in. Now, I know that's contradictory to often what some psychologists say and some people say about money management. Hey, you don't know the outcome of each individual trade. And that's true. But you still, and for me, I talk about grading setups, A+ all the way down to D, depending on different parameters. And I'll put more risk on that than I will that, the D. But there's still a potential for it to fail, which obviously, you know, Soros is not going to go bust by putting absolutely everything on a trade. He knows that, but he knows that some deals are worth sticking more in so that he skews his profits up proportionally much more significantly on his winning trades and then his losing trades. So that comes from experience, doesn't it? You're like, hey, this is a decent trade. It's not great. Okay, I put a little bit of money in this. If it loses, that's not so bad. This is a great trade, good setup. Put some more money in this. Yes, you're going to lose massively if you get it wrong, but over time, because they're great trades and you know it from experience, that should mean that your winning trades are much more significant to your account balance in a positive perspective. All right, so yeah, interesting one for that. Think about that one, guys. Number 2, losers, average losers. You know, if you're subscribed to the channel, who this one is, and appreciate your subscription, by the way. Thank you very much. Tudor Jones. He had that on his wall in that 1980s documentary, in the background, like on a bit of paper, literally marker pen, bit of paper above his desk. Losers, average losers. A very simple concept. You're a loser if you average losers. Now, we're not talking about a strategic plan that's laid out. I'm going to buy here. We're talking about, I'm in, it's gone lower, I'm just going to add some more. It's gone lower, I'm going to add some more. Hands up if you've done that. Yeah, I'm sure there's some hands up out there. I know I've done that and it's never ever been in my favor. I might have got away with it a few times, but you know, like probably you have to learn the lesson the hard way several times before you go, you know what, that really isn't conducive to long-term trading success. All right, number 3, guys, cut your losses. Cut your losses, cut your losses, and then you might have a chance. That was Seykota, and he was talking about cutting losses, if you hadn't guessed. So he was a significant trend trader. He traded with the trend. So his strategy relied on him not being involved in trends that went against him. So he would cut losses. Now, this is an easy thing for me to stand here and say, cut your losses, guys, really easy. And yes, it is, but we know that there's a fine line between cutting losses, letting the trade go against us a little bit. There's no simple answer to that, but if we take that on face value, that is really, hey, when there's a loss that is obviously out of the realm of the trade, it's going against you, it's not doing what it's supposed to do, ditch it, get rid of it, cut it, move on. If in doubt, cut it, get on with the next deal. Number 4, I'm always thinking about losing money as opposed to making money. Again, Tudor Jones, one of our favorites here on the channel. This is the mindset difference, and I've noticed this when I've been around mega successful traders, been around kind of retail traders just finding their feet, and been around traders who just have been struggling and struggling and struggling. The mindset is, risk. You know, what's the risk on this trade? What's the risk on this trade? Where's the risk on this trade? That is the number one thing. Whereas traders who aren't performing where they want to be are thinking, how much can I make on this trade? Oh, right, if I stick $1,000 then I can make, you know, 5 out of this, or whatever the numbers may be. And that's their immediate thought. And so that encourages them, entices them to take the deal. Whereas other traders who are operating on a different level, you know, 7-figure plus guys, are the ones who are saying, okay, well, what's the risk on this trade? Where's the risk coming from? Okay, the risk is, you know, in the order of magnitude might be 200 grand. So 200 grand risk. Okay, am I comfortable with that? Right, where's that got to be placement in terms of where I've got to get out? How does that affect it? Right. Now then they go, okay, that's acceptable. Let's look at the upside. Okay, the upside might be $1 million or whatever the order of magnitude numbers is. It's a different way that they look at things. So Paul Tudor Jones specifically always thinking about losing money as opposed to making money. I'm sure he's not projecting that as in I'm losing money. He's always thinking about where's the loss on that trade. Excuse me. Right, number 5. If most traders could learn to sit on their hands 50% of the time, they would make more money. That was Bill Lipschutz. He said that, and you know what, it's so true, right? It's so true. I know even from my own trading, cutting down the amount of trades I made had a significant impact on the bottom line. Significant, and I know it will for you. And it's even said in black and white, and many of the traders say the same thing. Jesse Livermore said this. We've had other greats say it as well. It's like, hey, just over trading is bad. And so from a money management perspective, it's like, don't put your money at risk on substandard trades. Learn to sit on your hands 50% of the time. Even doing that and saying, okay, try doing that 50% of the time. By the way, I've done another video, we talk about how we can do that as a habit and trying to construct that so we're trading less but making more, because ultimately that's what we want to try and do. All right, guys, those are 5 money management trading quotes that I think are pretty useful to think about and consider and perhaps implement in your trading, create some rules around those. If you've got any more, stick them in the comment section below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so for more videos from me and others on the channel. Take care, good trading. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.